Hello, beautiful princesses. Welcome to yet another video in our series of how to up your seduction game 2020. Okay, I am Nina Black, and today I'm going to do a quick little tutorial. I'm not really a tutorial person, so don't hold me up to that standard. But I have had a lot of my friends and a lot of people in general request that I help them with putting on lashes. Okay, these are lashes that I use quite a bit, so that's why they're not sitting straight, and that's why the box is upside down. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I love lashes. I just feel like you can have really beautiful makeup on, but without lashes, it just still looks, you know, cute. But as soon as you put those lashes on, you just basically upgrade yourself to a baby doll, a princess, and everybody loves lashes. People who look at you love your lashes, you love your lashes. It's a great place to be. So I'm going to put those on. So I'm just going to do a quick eye. I'm not going to do anything complicated. I'm just going to do a basic sort of nude. And because of my skin tone, I really like using oranges. Not oranges that you eat, but like the color orange on my eye. Okay. Because it just basically it pops on your skin, but not in like a clowny way. It just makes you actually look so polished. It's hard to explain. So I would recommend every chocolate toned girl to play with a little bit of orange and see how you like it. So I'm basically putting on just a very basic kind of orange all over the whole lid. Okay. And sometimes when you look at what it looks like on the palette, it's not the same color that it looks like on your skin. I don't know if that's showing up outside. I've got a little mirror over here. I'm going to put just a little bit more. So I'm basically using this right now over my whole lid, and as you can see, it looks very peachy over here. I don't know if you guys can see. Just gonna use my mirror because it's just gonna help. It's much better. Okay. Okay. So obviously you want to dab because that evens it out. You see it shows up much better. Okay. When you're not used to makeup, sometimes when you try it out, you'll feel like you've put on too much. And but you must remember that what people look at when they look at your face is not what you're looking at constantly. So I'm not saying put too much, but I'm saying judge by people's reactions. Don't judge it by what you think, because you look at your face and you're like, oh, now I look like a totally different person. And that's a little bit scary, to some people. So just try a little bit, see if people react. Try a little bit more the next time, see how people react, and you'll actually be surprised that people really like when you've got a lot of makeup. And they won't say, oh, you look better with a lot of makeup. They're just going to say, wow, you look so pretty today, which means the amount of makeup that you put on that day is perfect. Okay, now I'm going to move on to a darker orange for my not just my crease, but actually my lower lid. I'm not really sure what it's called. I'm calling it a lower lid. Okay. So it's still orange, so it doesn't actually look like, oh my gosh. But then it pops so nicely that it actually looks like, oh my gosh. So that's pretty cute. Okay, I like this because when I don't have time, like today, I know you guys may not be able to tell, but I'm actually in a rush. I'm moving as fast as I can. So I like this look because it's simple and it's very quick. So I'm going to put some underneath. I just kind of like doing that. I just think it just... yeah, it just adds a little bit extra. Okay, especially if you're going to put lashes, you kind of want to have something going on underneath because the lashes can actually, I mean, they're extensions. So they're actually just, they might look a little bit too heavy for your eye. So you want to balance it out underneath. So when you've got color going on underneath, you're basically going to put more mascara, which is what's going to help balance out your thick lashes. Okay, so that's basically my orange. And then I'm going to dress it up with some gold. Let me show you guys. Okay, so I basically used a mix of this and this for my, what we're now going to call my lower lid, if that's not what it's already called. And now I'm going to just roll this. As you can see, gold is my favorite. I'm going to just roll this in there and then just go into the corner of my, I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay, I like top and bottom corner because I just think it just looks so much more feminine and classy and cute. And that's really like, okay, like I said, when you're not used to makeup, sometimes it just feels like, oh my gosh. And then also when the look is not yet complete, it's like when you're cooking, you know, sometimes before you're done, the dish doesn't look, okay, this one is tricky. Sometimes the dish doesn't look as good until you're done. Okay. Go. Okay, but we're getting somewhere and I'm getting excited. So the next thing I like to do is just, I think we'll just leave it like that actually. Because I like to just add more bling. Okay, but I think we'll leave it like that because this is a day wear. Okay, and now I'm just going to highlight this part of my eye, my eyebrow, you know. Okay, so if you were cooking now, you'd be adding some seasoning. See that over there? I don't like to overblend because I feel like sometimes blending just takes away the color. So I don't really like to blend. I just like to use colors that look good on my skin. Then I don't need to do all of that. Okay, now the part that brings it all together for me is eyeliner. I like to use liquid eyeliner, and it's a miracle worker for me because it just... I keep wanting to use the camera. See, I'm not used to these things. Okay. So I'll start as far in on the eye as possible. So I just feel like that extra arc, that extra little bit just makes such a big difference. See, instead of starting it just in the middle, which is what I used to do. I think it was still popping. This is more popping. Okay. Ooh, this is tricky. Okay. Okay. Eyeliner is very important when you're gonna put on lashes because sometimes the lash doesn't sit exactly on your lash line and it still looks okay, but when you have your eyeliner, you know, it just blends that in so no one can really see. But if you don't have your liner looking popping, or if you don't have your eyeliner there at all, then you know, just all the gaps are gonna show. Okay, so what I'm quickly gonna do is just make my... So after putting on all that makeup, I just put a lighter foundation or even a not really concealer. I prefer just foundation. Some women would use concealer, yeah, just to clean that up because that's basically where your cat eye line is gonna go, and that just helps guide you home. Okay, there you go. So that when you do put your cat eye just helps your eye look more awake. So now at least you have a guideline, literally. I don't know if you guys are gonna see this. Okay, it's not that sharp, so I'm just gonna wait for it to dry and clear that up. In the meantime, I'll do this one. Ooh. See, and this always happens. One will come out so beautiful. Yes, girl, look at that. And then the other one just always wants extra attention. Okay. This one should be dry, so the same brush that I use with my foundation to clear up over here. Okay. Not too bad. Not exactly the same, to be honest. I could take off. You know what? I can work with that. You know, even our hands aren't exactly the same, so I can work with my cat eyes. Okay. Then what I would normally do is just put some mascara on. Remember, all the eyeshadow has been falling all over your lash, and you want that to just not show up, and then put a lot of mascara on your bottom lashes. Then it just completes the look. Okay, so I'm going to put one coat now, and you can see they're just so much more defined. Yes. Did I put over here? I think I did. Okay, now for the fun part. So that's my makeup look today, and I'll probably just put a nude lip as well. For the fun part now, the lashes. I actually just remembered I have more. Just hold on a second. Okay, so I also have. They've basically made a uni lash on their own, but I also have these. And as you can see, it's different lashes, different brands, but also different thicknesses. If you can see, this one is much thicker, more dramatic. So this is better for nighttime. So I'm thinking I'll go with this because it's daytime. You can hear all the birds. Okay. So most lash boxes will have a glue in them, so you really don't need to worry about that. Otherwise, you just buy yourself a glue. I like this. It just looks really raggedy because I've been using it, but I have this lash glue that I love, and because it's such a big bottle, it just lasts so much longer, and I find that it actually holds much better. So, and you apply it like nail polish. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna put that all over here, and the trick is to give it a little bit of time to just dry a little bit before you put it on. So you don't put it on when it's still wet like this. So. Okay, this is the tricky part, right? So you hold the lash by the hair. Okay, I'm gonna have my mirror up here as close to the camera as I can, and then you literally put it on your lash line as close to your lashes as possible. So I'll put 1 point at a time, and I'll always adjust the outer part first. Okay, because you never want it to go over your actual eye. It needs to end where your lashes end, and then slowly work my way in. You can also use a tweezer for this part. I just don't know where mine is. And then the front part is also very important. So, eventually you're gonna have to feel your way around it, because it's hard to see, because your eye is gonna automatically want to close a lot of the time, especially when you're first beginning. So you make sure it's on the lash. So as you saw, I put the middle on my lash, but I didn't stick it on. And then you press from the end all the way to the middle. And then what I like to do is just press my lash and the lash together. Okay, you can even see the glue is still a little bit sticky. Okay. When you press them together, whatever little gaps you might have missed will be taken care of. Okay, you can see the difference. It's so much more dramatic, even though these are day lashes, but it's so much more dramatic and so much more fabulous. Okay, so second one, let's see. Try and keep your lashes stored in the original boxes, just because it's going to preserve their shelf life or extend their shelf life. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing over here. Okay. I love lashes. I just feel like such a doll. Yes. And people won't tell at first glance that you have lashes. They'll just think, wow, she looks so amazing. And then later try and figure out what it is. Okay, so you start in the middle and just lightly place it, see? So that you can move it if you need to. Move it to... Okay. Be careful not to go too far over here, because if you laugh, like I like laughing, and if I laugh too hard, I get tears in my eyes, and on many occasions I've lost lashes like that. Yeah. So don't put them right in the corner, because that's the first place where your tears are going to come out. Okay. Just don't put them beyond your natural lash line, because your lashes don't go here. There's nothing here. And it's specifically because tears go down there. Okay, that's good. Of course, I use my fingers, but I know there's those nail clipper looking things that you can use. I suppose I should get one and use that. Probably be easier. But in the meantime, here we are. And there you go. Now you got your lashes on, girl, looking fabulous. I love these because they really don't pull your lashes out. The more permanent ones tend to pull lashes, and all of that kind of stuff. So I like these because I can put them on when I feel like putting them on. When I go to bed, I take them off. They last much longer. They last longer than 2 weeks. They can even last as long as a month, 2 months, if you really look after them. That's why I advise keep them in their case, and especially if you're only wearing them on special occasions or when you're just feeling extra, then they can really last a long time. So that's basically it. The last step for me is just to put a little bit of color on my cheeks. So I'm just gonna put a little bit. I don't like color on my cheeks, so that's why I only just put it on my high cheeks, and then I'm going to blend it with a highlighter, the same highlighter that I used on my brow, so that it looks nice and cohesive. Okay, there we go. Put a little bit on my chin, on my neck. I put a little bit on my chest as well. Just because on your collarbone, definitely, especially if you're wearing something that's gonna show it. Just because when men, especially if you're going on a date, which lashes are great for, by the way, because men can't really see the tricks that we use. So they don't really think, oh, she's wearing lashes. They just think, wow, look at her eyes. So when you put a little bit of highlighter on your collarbone, it just makes them feel like when they look at your collarbone, oh wow, she's glowing. Is she sweating? Is she excited? Maybe she's excited. Maybe I excite her. Then he gets excited. Just little subliminal tricks that we play on them. And that's really the secret. Just play little tricks like a fairy. All the fairy tales that we read, and they told us about fairies and all the little tricks that they played to make people fall in love, like Cupid, who plays tricks to make people fall in love. We also play a few little tricks to make people fall in love. Okay, I would complete this look with just a nude lip. Okay, now I'm really getting edgy. I really need to go. So if I could just find what I'm looking for, that would be great. Okay, so I know this is a little bit old school, but I saw this somewhere and I actually really liked it. Just a brown pencil. To line the lips. And then I like this nude color. It's 174. Well, that's backwards, but anyway, that's literally my favorite nude. So I just someone once said, be careful with nudes, make sure your skin is completely, your lips are completely smooth, because a nude lipstick will show up every crease and, and that's so true. So exfoliate your lips. You should do that anyway, but especially if you're going to do a nude. I quite like that. quite like that, darling. Yes. There we go. Our makeup look is complete. I keep wet wipes close by just so I can clean my hands afterwards, because you know makeup just gets everywhere all the time, and when I'm getting dressed I obviously don't want all of that. So I would advise you to do the same, and then just moisturize your hands so your hands always stay hydrated and looking young. And I hope this tutorial really helps you ladies to get your lash game on. I'll be doing more of these just because I think the more we do them together, the better we're going to get. And I'll show you different lashes as well that you can play around with for different looks. Until the next video, stay fabulous, and I'll see you later.